Baton Rouge Clinic, HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Oh, let's see if this works now. Oh, maybe, let's see, please work. Please. So, our internet went right as I was about to start the show. So I'm on YouTube right now. Only because I'm on my phone here. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back. Good. That's great news. Let's see if we can get Facebook up and roll. My apologies, YouTube, for the delay there. And a lot of y'all were hanging on. Welcome to a game day edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock. LSU, Texas A&M tonight from Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. Home of the fighting Texas Aggies. Whoop! And their new yell leader, Hunt Palmer. All right, maybe this isn't, maybe I spoke too soon on this one. All right, let's just X out of that. Yeah, reload. Let's reload that site. That would be great. See. Hey, okay, hang on. I think we're going to be good to go here, y'all. I think we're going to be good to go. Yeah, all right. I think we're good. And all right, hot diggity dog. So let me restart. YouTube has already been at Facebook for your benefit. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Go Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Do business with someone you know. HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Restored Motions and restoredmotions.com. If you have pain, book a session today with Crystal Poche at Restored Motions. Okay. So for the benefit of Facebook, right as I was going live, internet went. So it was YouTube only for a second on my phone via phone data. But now we're live and good and ready to roll on a game day. Okay. Hope everyone had a great Friday. If you had to work like I did, hope you made the most of it. If you had the day off, awesome. Great day of football yesterday. 6-1 against the spread yesterday. Great day for the Otters picks on the Cappers recap. So 6-1 yesterday, and a whole boatload of picks today as well. So looking forward to that. LSU, Texas A&M tonight. Michigan, Ohio State, the big one in the morning. Lots on the line today on Rivalry weekend. Of course, LSU takes on Texas A&M tonight from College Station, Kyle Field. Okay. Let's say some good morning so I don't delay any further. Little sort of haphazard start to the show there. My apologies for that, but it's not my fault. It was Cox's fault. I did the best I could to get back on. So anyway, real quick, let me post HUDCO here so I can pin that in the chat. And we'll get rolling. Pin that there. And bada. Bing, bada, bang, bada, boom, boom. Okay. All right. What's going on? Trevor Bittner, what's up? Trivia Carter. Tim Gotro, good morning. Brian Kelly getting 10 regular season wins in year one. Tim, I think so. I feel really good about this. I think if you were to ask all of you the game that I felt most confident this year, we just lost internet again. The game I felt most confident again in this year was Ole Miss. And I would tell you, I feel equally as confident today as I did that day. People looked at the ranking next to Ole Miss's name and freaked out about it. I told you they're not that good. They're rightfully ranked 7th because they're undefeated, but they're not a top 10 team in the country. And as your fate would have it, they would finish, losing 4 of their last 5, and would finish 8-4. So I feel just as confident today in LSU against Texas A&M as I did that day against Ole Miss. LSU is a vastly superior team. Yes, this game is on the road, but A&M is not a good football team in LSU, and they cannot stop the run, and LSU is going to go run today for 200 yards and win that football game easily. Brant Roban, good morning. Got a Cajun turkey cooking in the oven. All right. Rode Ewell, Evan Kirkwood, Hugh Freeze, Auburn. Maybe told y'all about that dude, bro. That reporter. It ain't never over till Until a coach is being introduced at the podium, bro. Jeff McKithen, Clayton Knight, what's up? Vandy by 50. I do have Vandy plus 14 today. Patrick Cason, on the way to College Station. All right, man. Enjoy the day. Robbie White, good morning. Is there a slight possibility Hugh Freeze stays at Liberty? Apparently, he'll be formally offered after the Iron Bowl. Sure. I think there's a possibility he could stay at Liberty. He makes a lot of money there and has great resources. The Ross Dellinger did a really good feature a couple of years ago on Freeze at Liberty, and the amount of money they have on that campus is absurd. So they have like basically a brand new everything. Then there's obviously the sort of there's the religious component of it as well. Freeze is a devout Christian, and Liberty obviously is a Christian university. So I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of things that could keep him there. I think those are things that often get overlooked whenever when talking about coaches' decisions. That these are like actual human beings with families and stuff that have decisions to make that don't just include affect them. So so I would say there is a slight possibility he would stay at Liberty. Jeremy Sagely, morning, Matt. Now I can get my morning started. Had a great weekend with my mom and son. Came up from LA to visit in New Braunfels. All right, man. Fantastic. Great to hear that. Hayden Presley, morning. My wife and I will be heading to Don Juan to watch the game. Looking forward to seeing y'all. Awesome. Hayden, I'll be there at halftime. So I'll watch the first half at home and then head to Don Juan at halftime. T-Bob usually goes to watch the whole game. But I'll see y'all there at halftime, and you'll get to see me. You'll get to see me charting the game on my yellow notepad. But looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to seeing y'all there. Kelly Presley, good morning. Cooking scones while watching Morning Scone. Love the section with Hunt yesterday. Yeah, so if you missed it, I've got it posted on all my social media. I talked to Hunt last week on Friday. I said, hey, I have an idea. I need you to go to midnight yell practice and like be indoctrinated as an Aggie. And he's like, no, I'm not going out. I'm like, no, Hunt, I don't literally mean drive to College Station. I just need you to play the role, like play the bit. Like you're this anti-A&M guy. We send you to College Station like to do a reconnaissance mission. You come back indoctrinated. So he did. We did the bit yesterday and he nailed it. I mean, could not like. It was better than I could have ever hoped. The one thing I wanted to do that we didn't pull off is I wanted to get him overalls, like with his name and the A&M logo on it. But I didn't know where to go get overalls. I wasn't about to spend a lot of money on it. So anyway, I'm looking at the report right now about Hugh Freeze. So apparently Auburn's been in discussion with Hugh Freeze for weeks about him becoming Auburn's next head coach. So I think I told you all at the beginning of last week, my feeling was Lane was the smokescreen for whoever the real candidate was. And there you have it. And I'm going to tell you, Jimmy, there's nobody better at getting his candidate's name in the mix for any and every job than Jimmy Sexton. Of course, Lane is a Sexton client. So naturally, Sexton's floating out Lane, loves to hear that out there, and gives him all kind of leverage to get a new deal at Ole Miss and more money. And apparently all along Auburn was looking at Hugh Freeze. That TV dude in Mississippi, bro, he got duped. Got him some bad info, bro. Brant Roban. Oh, wait, let's see. Sorry, I already did that one. Jump over here to YouTube. Shane O'Mac, what's up? Wendell Norman, Nicholas Cantrell, Dane Bergeron, good morning. Micah Hurd, good morning from Bossier City. Spurge, good game day morning, Matt. Rach and I representing at Kyle tonight. Very good, Spurge. Y'all have a safe drive over there. Strong Side, good morning. Still laughing at Hunt from AFR. If y'all missed it, I was able to clip the Hunt bit. It's about 4 minutes. And it's on my Twitter, it's on my Facebook, it's on my Instagram, it's on my LinkedIn. If you follow me on any social media, you'll be able to watch it. Or you can go back to YouTube and watch. It's the very first segment from Friday's AFR. So go to AFR or go to Watch 1045 YouTube. Go to AFR from yesterday. It's the first segment. Mike the Tiger undefeated against Kirby. Brian Penton, good morning from Louisville, KY. All right, dude. Nicholas Cantrell, you excited for your last whiskey and wine with T-Bob? Yeah, man, I guess I hadn't even thought of it. Yeah, that will be the last one with him for the year because, we'll be at the SEC championship game, and T-Bob will be here because his wife is having their baby this week. So I guess this will be our last whiskey and wine for the year. Dane Bergeron, the Hunt Palmer Aggie yell clip is hilarious. Send T-Bob to yell practice next year. Jeez. Cody Kibido, morning, Matt. Hope you had a pleasant Thanksgiving. You think Vandy has a chance against Tennessee? A win gets them bowl eligible. Cody, I do. You can call me crazy, but I do think they have a chance. Playing for bowl eligibility, Tennessee without Hendon Hooker, and you go from 1 week thinking you are right in the thick of the college football playoff mix to giving up 63 points on the road at South Carolina, losing your All-American Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback, and now you have to go on the road to play Vanderbilt? You better believe I got Vanderbilt in the points. I got Vanderbilt in 14. And yesterday on AFR, I scolded Muso and Paulie for being cowards and not picking Vandy outright in our Pick'em segment. I said, nope, I'm in, brother. I am in on Vandy. I'm picking them outright upset. Vandy gets bowl eligible. Let's anchor freaking down. Let's go. You want to talk about a no-risk wager? That's it right there. A no-risk bet. Damon Hinderberger, Bradley Harden, morning Matt from Atlanta, waiting for Tiger Takeover next weekend. Going to be fun, man. Looking forward to being there. We'll be there on Thursday evening. Reed Rule, morning Scone. Brothers Sacred Heart State Championship could be a reality in 2 weeks. Yeah, man. Calicut took down Carr yesterday. Got up 17-0. Carr rallied with 18 unanswered. Went up 18-17. Bears would go on, score a couple of touchdowns unanswered, and wound up Carr scored right at the end of the game. So I think it ended up 32-24 was the final, but Catholic beat Carr, which really should have been the state championship game anyway. But Catholic plays Curtis this week. Rolling, dog. Rolling. Kyle Milliken, Bryce Boudreaux. Morning, Matt. Looking forward to whiskey and wine tonight. You getting annoyed by T-Bob's constant laughter and the yeah. No, I'm not annoyed by it. The only thing I would say is there's just times, like my job really in that show is to make sure we color between the lines, right? We got to make sure that we stay on time, we keep it moving, we get our sponsor mentions. I got to make sure we get all that in. So, Cozy Cotters, do you think they will move the line again for the SEC championship? That the only way they move the line is by betting action, right? If you have equal action on both sides, then you pick the line appropriately. If you start to see heavy action on one side, that's when they adjust the line. So, I don't know. If LSU's really impressive today, and Georgia isn't, you could see some line movement toward LSU. They probably have it right about where it needs to be. It's been in that 15-16 range. So, Trevor Bittner, morning, Matt, from Hernando, Mississippi. Timothy Pruitt looking for Michigan to lose, USC to lose, LSU win. You know what? I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I'm on Michigan today, plus the 8, and I would not be surprised at all if Michigan wins this game. I know Ohio State probably has payback on the mind after last year, but y'all, Michigan, people forget, Michigan played bully ball with Ohio State last year. Ran them over. Michigan ran for 300 yards in that game a year ago. And I seen nothing from Ohio State that tells me Michigan ain't going to be able to do that again this year. So, we'll see. But, brother, there's something to be said in the game of football for being able to line up and everybody knows you're running the ball and you still can't stop it. That was Michigan last year, and I think they're going to be able to do the same thing again this year. So, I got Michigan in the 8 points. Yes, it's a road game. You going to give me a touchdown and a point with Michigan, a team that can run the ball like that? I'll take it. And that defense? I'll take it. I'm just not that impressed by Ohio State, either of these teams. So, Justin Wentz, need more of Hunt the Good Egg. Old Hunt the Good Egg. Let's see, Glenn Garner, Georgia, OU. I guess you mean OSU, TCU, and LSU are the 4. Glenn, look.
Can you see it from there?
I'm sure. No, it's not. It's just how you're facing. You never do that sound thing in school whenever you close your eyes and like snap above the head. You can't tell what direction it's coming from. Your snap had nothing to do with that. Like come here and like turn your head, and you could hear it's that way. It doesn't, stop snapping. Stop snapping. I'll explain the snap thing later. The point is, whenever it doesn't matter if you can snap or not. The point is, if you're not oriented correctly, and like I could snap directly over your head, and the way the sound travels, you wouldn't be able to tell that I was snapping directly over your head. You would think it's coming from a different direction.
I was doing it.
Okay. So like you doing this doesn't actually mean anything. Hey, Dad, good morning.
Now would be a good time to give a shout out for the Generac.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Shoots.
Yeah.
For sure. Our power went out at like 4 a.m.
No.
What time was it?
6.
It was 6 a.m.? Power went out about 6 a.m. No, we know because the sound machine, everything, the room AC all cut off. And Trivia said, "What up, E-Rock?" Power went out, and then a couple seconds later, our Generac powered on. Everything came back on. Right back to night. Telling y'all, man, home standby generator. Call Shoots Electric. Shane Bigfellow, what's up? Mudbug LA, what's up? Damon Hinderberger, do you like Kentucky over Louisville? Exactly, Damon. Unranked, favorite over ranked, at home, you better believe it. I played Kentucky today. That's not one of the picks from the Cappers recap with Ott, but that's one that I absolutely played because of that angle. Brian Wynn, Sean Comiskey, Drew update. Hope the little guy's better. Yeah, you know what? Thank you, Sean. Took him to the doctor yesterday. He had so several weeks ago, so Drew's feeding tube has been leaking a lot, and his button, and we've had a real hard time getting control on it because it's been in there for 8 years now. Like, it just created more space. So sometimes when it does that, you take it out, the hole can shrink a little bit. Well, it wasn't really shrinking much. So like, you're gonna have to take it out for a longer period of time. So we took it out for like 3 hours one day. Well, a lot of the stomach acid got on his skin, on his stomach, and like burned his skin. So he had all these marks. All that. I know we feel terrible, but like, so we've been treating that. Well, in the meantime, he developed a boil on his stomach. And it was obviously very painful. So we started him on an antibiotic, and I was taking him to the doctor yesterday to get it drained. Well, we go to the doctor yesterday, and she looked at it, and it had like shrunk considerably. She's like, "I don't think I need to drain this." So thank God we did not have to like lance it, which would have been terrible. But yes, good. So thank you. Lance Richard, can't wait to see the Tigers beat the Maggies. Let's see. Kurt Taylor. Robbie White. T-Bob watches the whole game at Don Juan. Shocker. But you know what? You know what he did, Robbie? So Auburn, if you go back and watch Whiskey and Wine from Auburn, T-Bob was like next level loaded for that game. By his own admission. Like, he was... Because what he was doing was he was drinking a double mezcal every quarter. That was his pacing. He was going to have one double mezcal each quarter. Well, so by the end of the game, he's had 4 double mezcals, and then during the show, you know, he's still drinking, smoking a cigar, and the Auburn game, he was. I didn't care, by the way. I mean, that's the point of the show. But I think he felt like he was a little too far gone. There were several times he asked me like the same question over and over. And he's like, because I think Jaden Daniels got bumped in that game. And he's like, he was asking about Jaden's health. I'm like he has a back bruise. It's fine. And I had to answer the question like 4 times during the game, during the show. But anyway, he's changed. No longer drinks mezcal before the game. He drinks a beer per quarter now before the game. And then has mezcal during the show. Let's see. Kirk, time to beat the Maggies. Whoop. A&M by 50. Whoop. Cade Galt, what's going on, man? Hugh Free's going to be the Auburn guy, apparently. Looks that way, man. That guy, John Sokoloff, he'll have to come back and eat crow, man. Set it over this week. Careful, man. Careful with these coaching searches. I've covered too many of them. If one guy emerges and appears to be the guy, it seldom is, man. It's usually a smokescreen, and especially if it's a Jimmy Sexton client. Trey Patan, thoughts on Freeze to Auburn's great hire. Craig Duke, Loseriana. Whoop. Cade, has T-Bot had his baby? No, I think Friday. I think they are due to have the. I think Caitlin's going to be induced on Friday. Brian Arsenault, how Cassed? Will T-Bot be on Whiskey and Wine? I don't know what that means. Bob Poole, Todd Harris, Ronnie Duga, what's going on? Yeah, you know what? That's what I should have had, Brian, too. And I do have like an Aggie 12th man towel as well. Like randomly from one time when I was there, I got one of the 12th man towels and I have it like in a box in the attic. I should have grabbed that. So good. Every time I watch it, it's like watching it again for the first time.
I think Hunt for Heisman for that.
Hey, Erica thinks Hunt deserves the Heisman or an award. Erica said that he should win an award.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if the LAB has awards for like bits. Like they don't have that, but Craig Dugas going to be tough to find it in general, very allocated. What you looking for? What did I miss there? Oh, Wild Turkey Masters Keep. Yeah. Hunt's Tourette's yell leader was legit. When he kept going, because it's like the thing they do is they do like this and lean back, and Hunt just kept going like,
It's so good.
Oh, man. And then you could just tell all of his disdain for A&M came through because it was like, what else did you like about College Station? He's like, all the championships, like without blinking. It's like, we go to the stadium, we yell, they get our butt kicked the next day. It's awesome. Oh man, it was so good. There's some of you who don't know what we're talking about. You got to go to any of my social media or go to AFR from yesterday on YouTube and watch the very beginning of the show. Oh man. Southeastern against Idaho. Playoff football in Hammond tonight. Okay. Idaho's in the FCS, huh? Interesting. The Vandals. They dropped down? Bob Poole, Notre Dame will beat USC easily today. That West Coast no defense will catch up on them with an improving Notre Dame. Maybe, Bob. I'm not going to say that they'll win that game easily. Notre Dame's quarterback play stinks, but and Caleb Williams is legit. But I do think it'll be a good game, and I do have Notre Dame plus 4, and I would not be surprised. I did pick Notre Dame to win the game, actually. Louis Malhoy, what's up? Let's see, Ryan Dixon, come to Texas, found 3 Weller single barrels this week. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. It's crazy. All the Gums can sit in T-Town next week, drink their 15 Dr. Peppers, and watch the Tigers play in Atlanta. Clifford Moore, what's up? Mark Lanklos, what's up? Hey, Charlie Williamson, good morning. Go Tigers. Hope y'all had a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Same to you. Hope you and the family had a great Thanksgiving. Deborah Coward, good morning. Bubba Smith, all the championships. Oh, man. 99% of Aggie yell leaders put former Aggie yell leader on their job resumes. John Ellis. Chuck Sanchez. What's up, Chuck? Get it? Up, Chuck? Jerry DeLucky. Oh, man. If Hunt would try to put his foot behind his legs, would have fallen over. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of room there. Lance, after the season, will we get nightcaps back on Wednesday? No, Lance. Scone and Tea, they bought Oliver Twist bought a 2-year buy on that to do the show there. So that's like every Wednesday, even after football. It's not just a football show. Slattery. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Good morning. Carly Cat. Hunt Palmer's bit might have replaced Island Hanny. Okay. The difference is Hunt was joking. Island Hanny was just drunk. It was awesome. Oh, they got Matt Rule on game day. What's he saying?
Contention to win conference championships in England.
Well, I think it all comes back to that. I mean, there's lots of good football players. You know, I sat there last.
Oh, so he took the job. Okay, Matt Rule did take the job at Nebraska. Kyle Milliken, Hunt killed it. Absolutely hilarious. Who knew Hunt was that funny? You gotta. So much of that in. First of all, that's why I love radio. I love radio because you have the luxury to do stuff like that you can't necessarily do in other mediums. Radio is theater of the mind. It's supposed to be fun. It's sports. Sports are supposed to be fun. Like, so much of sports talk has become angry people yelling at each other all the time. It's the first takeification of sports media. You don't always have to be angry. You don't always have to yell at people. Like, you can have fun. And that's what I love about it. So every now and again, and like, there's strikes and gutters. Sometimes you have an idea like that and it works. And sometimes you have ideas that don't work at all and it's terrible. But yesterday worked. So I'm glad we did it. Bradlin Anderson. Matt, good morning. Isn't this what we wanted? To be in contention, to be in the conversation, to be ranked high when it counts, like late this season? Absolutely. Damon Perkins, Ryan Pike. Can you give me a TLDR on what Freeze did that makes him controversial? I was a bit too young when the whole deal happened. So, well, there's two things. Number one, he got Ole Miss in trouble because of recruiting violations with the 2013 class where...
I'll wash my hair so when he beeps.
Okay. The 2013 class had Robert Kimdichie and Laquan Treadwell and Laramie Tunsil and all these guys. And, like, Ole Miss signed, like, the number one class in the country and was like, Ole Miss? And Freeze publicly said, if anybody thinks we're cheating, here's the number to the NCAA office. And then basically was found out that they were cheating. So... that was one, so they got sanctions. And then two, he was having a relationship with a mistress or like a call girl in I think down in Florida, a prostitute, as I understand it. So he was like using his Ole Miss phone and was on Ole Miss dime for recruiting trips and stuff, doing all this. So anyway, so they fired him. Look, I mean, I'm not saying that it's okay, and that's between he and his family and whatever, but there's plenty of bad coaches that have made bad personal decisions that have still been able to coach. The reason more so that Hugh Freeze was sort of kept out of the SEC were the sanctions, were the recruiting violations. So enough time has passed now, apparently, to where, I mean, you got a school that wants to hire him and see if they get that deal done. Kenneth Walker Jr., what's up? Brad David, could that Mississippi reporter get fired, or is there no accountability if you're wrong? Sure he could. I don't know that he will. I think the problem he has now is that, like, if you're wrong on something like that, there's just no coming back from it. Meaning, nobody will ever look at his reporting again. Seriously, like he will have to wear that stain forever. Like you don't get to be wrong on a coaching move like that and escape that shadow. I mean, that's just, he will wear that stain forever, professionally. So, and it seriously damages his credibility, because you have to wonder legitimately now, if he tries to report something, is it good information? And here's the thing, Brad. I don't think he was just writing anything for clicks. I think he felt like he had a credible source. But that's the thing. That's why you have to validate information with multiple sources independent of each other, because you never know. I mean, unless if it was Lane Kiffin himself saying, "I'm taking that job," then you're getting it secondhand. You know, even he was probably talking to either a booster, a high-placed booster, or an agent. And agents leak stories. Agents want their candidate's name in the mix for every job. And I'm telling you, like, everyone has agendas. And look, I know, because I have a big platform. I have a big mouthpiece. Like, this is not like a flex or anything, but when things like that come up, people talk to me. Like, they want, coaches talk to me, boosters talk to me, admins, agents for sure. Like, and you learn who has what motive and like what's good information. So anyway, I'm telling you, I don't know that guy's information. He probably felt like it was good info, but I'm telling you, he got it singularly sourced from someone he trusted, and who probably thought it was good, and it wasn't. So I'm telling you, we played that game with Jimbo in 2016 when everyone here thought Jimbo Fisher was the guy, because he was in 2015. I mean, they were far down the road here with Jimbo in 2015 to the point where they had a deal done, and it fell apart for reasons we don't need to get into again. But so 2016, everybody thought they were right back to the well with Jimbo. And I had boosters calling me, telling me what the price was, going back and forth and everything like that with Jimbo. And then lo and behold, it was never Jimbo. That was Jimmy Sexton trying to drum up attention for Jimbo again. And Oliva, to his credit in that moment, was good to let it go, because it took all the attention off what they were really doing, which was pursuing Tom Herman. And he just couldn't get across the finish line because he was an awful AD. Anyway. Hang on. Drew's backpack's beeping. I'll be right back. Hang on. Y'all know what time it is.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone and Terrio.
All you need is hardcore.
Call Hardcore Roofing.
364-1107.
Okay. I'll pick up my feet so y'all don't make fun of me for sliding my slippers. All right. As always, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. The after hours clinic, of course, open nights and weekends as an alternative to the ER. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Boy, that rain we got last Saturday. Phones blew up all week. Why? It rained. People got water in their house. I tell you all the time. Let us come do an inspection. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com, and Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com. If you have pain, book a session with Crystal Poche at Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com. I'm curious, how many views do we think that the Hunt Palmer thing is going to get? Twitter's already over 60,000 views. That's so good. By the way, also, I would like to point out that everybody on Twitter that's upset about spending $8 a month for Twitter Blue, again, I don't even need to be verified. I don't care about the blue check. But the thing that I said at the beginning was most appealing was be able to post long form video, because Twitter only allows you to post with like 2 minute and 20-second video. But I love it so much. But the reason this is so good, bro. This thing is just blowing up. I'm just looking, like, every time I refresh my Twitter, it's just like just everybody saying this is the funniest thing on the internet. Oh man, so good. Anyway, to that point again, real quick. The reason that I'm just filling up everybody's timeline with this. Oh my god. Okay, I can't keep retweeting all of them. I'm like retweeting everybody who's quote tweeting the videos, like 100 of them. Anyway, no. So anyway, the reason the $8 for Twitter Blue makes is like I could post that full video. That video's 4 minute, whatever it was. Like I could just post the whole video on Twitter instead of posting a link to the YouTube, which how many people are going to click and leave Twitter to go to YouTube to watch it? So like that's why it's beneficial. Yes, I'll spend $8 to be able to do that. Otherwise, how like a fraction of the people who have watched that video will actually see the video had I not been able to have that. So yes, that's why I'll pay $8 for Twitter Blue. And you get the edit button. Yeah, I'll pay for all that. They're great functions on a platform I'm on all the time. Okay, YouTube, please smash that like button. If you have 187 watching live, only 53 likes. Let's please get the likes up. Facebook, please like the map. It's going to page, share the post. Appreciate y'all. Where are we? All right. Trevor Bittner, I almost peed myself laughing at AFR when Hunt was imitating the yell. You laughing? Dude, you almost peed yourself. Whew. WJC made my bet for Vandy plus 14. Myron, Matt, the Saints need celebrate Gene Atkins more. One of the first Saints I remember, poor man's Ed Reed. Gene Atkins was awesome. I'm sure he's in the Saints Hall of Fame. Carly Cat, let's see, John Blair. Does anything happen at Arkansas after a huge disappointment of a year? No. Got to keep in mind, man, they had the toughest schedule in America. We all knew it. The problem was people buying them as a top 10 team, which told y'all they weren't. So no, not disappointed or not surprised. And nothing's happening to Pittman. Now next year, if they go 6-6 or worse, he could feel a little heat. Shane O'Mac, Matt, I bought a bottle of James Ownby Reserve straight bourbon whiskey while in Gatlinburg. About to pop it open today while I watch Tigers. Never had it. Have you tried it? Nope, never tried it. Apollo Balboa 1985. Matt, can LSU make it into the playoffs if they lose to A&M but win the SEC championship? Absolutely not. Reed Rule, Matt, any chance Matt Campbell and the Cyclones pull off a miracle against the Frogs today? Sure they can. A couple of really emotional back-to-back games for TCU. And Iowa State's not a bad football team. The weird thing about the Big 12 this year is just someone has to be last. They don't have a dominant upper tier, but their ceiling isn't as high, but their floor isn't as low. Like Iowa State's last place, but Iowa State's not a bad football team. So sure, they could. More likely, though, I'll tell you, is Kansas State beats Kansas today, and then Kansas State beats TCU in the rematch next week, which Kansas State was up 17 on TCU. A quarterback got hurt and TCU rallied. So that was one of the many breaks TCU has caught this year. Look, you need breaks in a championship type run. Terrell Walker, who do you follow or support for sports betting on YouTube? So look, not on YouTube, but we have some contributors on our show. So like every day, Jimmy Ott does a sports betting show on our station every day, and so he gets these professional sports bettors that come on his show every day, and they talk about betting and they give their picks. So on Fridays, they do the Cappers Recap, where like 7 professional handicappers give out their best bets for Saturday's games. And then on his Sunday morning show, they give out, it's like 7 people that give out their best bets for the NFL games on Sunday. And they crush it, man. So like yesterday, if you were listening to Cappers Recap yesterday morning and played the games that they gave yesterday, they were 6-1 yesterday. So had a great day yesterday, and I'm loaded up for today as well. So Chewalt 1, glad Drew is doing better. Thank you very much. Stephanie Long, our 25-year-old, used to have a feeding tube. Know what you're talking about. Drew is awesome. Love hearing your Drew updates and seeing his singing cameos. Thank you very much. See if we can get him in here to sing in a bit. Justin Claymont, good morning. Damon Perkins, Matt, do you have any leftovers you can send me? I'm stuck in Des Moines. Sorry, dude. The Thanksgiving was at my cousin Mark's house in Springfield, man. So I don't have the leftovers here with me. Die Hard details. I think we look into getting new offensive coordinator this offseason, either TCU or Baylor, preferably Baylor. No, absolutely not. Mike Denbrock's not going anywhere. And Mike Denbrock has had I think a fantastic year as well, bringing this offense along. So, Duval, LSU beats A&M and loses to Georgia. What's the bowl destination? I could see a Cotton Bowl matchup versus Tulane. No, there is no possibility of LSU going to the Cotton Bowl this year. None. If LSU beats A&M and loses to Georgia, they will either go to the Sugar Bowl or to the Orange Bowl, because that's the SEC tie-in. So the highest ranked, I've been over this a million times, but I'll do it again. The highest ranked SEC team, not in the playoff, goes to the Sugar Bowl. So if LSU beats A&M, loses to Georgia, you'll have to wait for the final rankings to see who's ranked higher, 3-loss LSU or 2-loss Bama. If LSU's ahead of Bama, LSU goes to the Sugar Bowl and likely plays, well, either Kansas State or TCU. You play Big 12. If LSU loses to Georgia and they put Alabama ahead of LSU, Bama goes to the Sugar Bowl, LSU goes to the Orange Bowl to play, very likely, Clemson. You play an ACC school. So there is no possibility of LSU going to the Cotton Bowl this year. Danny Braywick, what's going on? Are all the Yell leaders always this bad, or is this group especially bad? They're all pretty much the same. That's the bit, or the shtick, whatever. Who wins, Clemson or South Carolina? Clemson, big. If ever there was the most gigantic letdown spot ever. So South Carolina has this amazing win at home against Tennessee. You knock off top 5 team, you storm the field, and now you got to go on the road to take on Clemson, who is still in the mix for the college football playoff and is super motivated. I mean, if ever there was a gigantic letdown spot and against an opponent who needs a win, it's this one. So Clemson today, big over South Carolina. Joey Metke, Dane Bergeron, hope Brandon Taylor, Marlon Favorite. Got to see Hunt's Aggie rendition, talking about him pregame. I'm sure they will. Kyle Milliken, are the Aggie L leaders one of the most bizarre things in sports? Here's the thing about A&M. Like, I respect the fact that they have their tradition. I do. And that is a tradition-filled place. From the yells and the yell leaders and the swing and you don't walk on the grass because it's an honor to the former students. There's a lot of them. The class ring and whatever. There's a lot of, and I get it. We love sports because of tradition and all that sort of stuff. The problem with that one, though, it's like, can you just not record it? Just keep it to yourself, because it looks really stupid. Anyway. Justin Claymore, Hugh Freeze is about to steal Matt Rule's day. After Brian Kelly came here, nobody mentioned his name. I'm ignoring coaching search rumors. The thing is, man, Brian Kelly was one of the first names that we mentioned because I heard his name early in the process. I was just told that he said no thanks, which I believe probably happened, but Scott, I'm sure, never let up. Morning, Matt. Congrats to your Calico Bears. What a win against Carr. Yes, sir. Calico. Tate Granger, if LSU beats Georgia, how do you like our chances at winning a natty? I don't know. I again, Tate, still fall firmly in the camp of LSU needs help, even if you beat Georgia. This week, I think, is going to be fascinating because if Southern Cal beats Notre Dame and LSU beats A&M, let's see what the committee does. Because here's my contention, okay? This is my contention. All right, LSU's 5 this week. Michigan or Ohio State, one of them is going to lose. If that team that loses drops out of the top 4, LSU and USC both win. Who moves in? Does LSU move up a spot or does USC leapfrog LSU? That's the question. And I'm not so sure that USC doesn't leapfrog LSU this week. And if they do, then an LSU win over Georgia, I don't think is enough. Because if the top 4 all win, they're not going to drop. Well, Georgia would lose, but Georgia's going to be in either way. So I don't think if Big Ten, like Colorado, Ohio State, and Michigan, TCU, USC all win their conference championship game, they're not going to drop out. So the key for LSU is after this week, beat A&M. The Michigan Ohio State loser drops out of the top 4 if LSU moves into the 4. Because here's the reality. If LSU moves into the top 4 and beats the number 1 team in the country, you can't drop them out. So that really is that's what you're watching for this week. Uncle B TV, final college football playoff prediction. Why would I make a final prediction? There's still 2 more weeks of games to play. Trevor Bittner, so nightcap with Scone is now Scone T. Correct. Schooner, Allen, Dax, Jeter. It's Auburn going to give freeze burner phones. Carl the Cat. Does Sexton represent Hugh Freeze? Sexton represents everybody. Yep, he's got Jimmy Sexton. So, Sexton always gets his clients in the mix. Let's see. Are y'all turning on Jimbo now? Is who turning on Jimbo now? The A&M people? I think so, dude. After a year like this, you better believe they are. Brandon English, morning, Matt. Waited at Rouse's for Black Friday shopping yesterday. You got an EC18 and a Weller Foolproof. Good for you, bro. Wow. And got an E.H. Taylor small batch. Dude, good day, man. Good haul. Yeah, Rouse's did a cool thing yesterday, man. They took a lot of allocated bottles and put them in gift baskets and sold them yesterday morning. Very, very cool. Paris Scott, Matt, hope you and your family had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you, Paris Scott. Appreciate that. John Boudreaux, go Bears, go Tigers, UH Cubs, destroyed a Manning. How about that? Arch Manning went out on a tough one yesterday. One Nacho, 1, 2, 3, Cosmos Zuna, Moscona, what's up, my brother, go Tigers. Dane Bergeron, Matt, Hugh Freeze as head coach at Auburn, and he brings in Ogeron to recruit. That will not happen. Ed Ogeron and Hugh Freeze do not get along. There were a lot of people here who wanted Ed Ogeron to hire Hugh Freeze as offensive coordinator. And literally zero chance that happens. Literally. Craig Duke, I hunch at Steele Hester's old show, Hanging with Hunt. I've actually already suggested that, Craig. So for those that missed, Jeremy Hill left radio. He's going to try for the XFL and try to resume his playing career. So they're like, what do they do? I was like, I mean, you have all the hanging stuff. I mean, there was Hanging with Hester. There was Hanging with Hester and Hanny. There was Hanging with Hanny. We got just a lot of H's. Now you can do Hanging with Hunt. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, just so yes, already made that suggestion. Okay. Sam Dixon, morning Scone from Acme, the small town, not the company that sells shoddy products to coyotes. Got it. Okay. John Ellis has A&M quit on their coaches. No, John, I don't think they've quit. I just don't think they're very good. I'm not pushing Napier. Todd Harris, Matt, please talking me off the ledge about this game. I don't feel good about the game. Okay, Todd. I'll tell you now what I said yesterday on AFR. The game this year that I was most confident in was Ole Miss. I feel the same way about this one today as I did about the Ole Miss game. And boy, there were a lot of nervous people about that Ole Miss game, man. I mean, number 7 team in the country, blah, 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 blah. And I told y'all, that's just a number next to their name. They're not worthy of it. You wanted to have them 7th because they won all their games at that point? Okay. But they ain't a top 10 team in the country. I said it flatly, as clearly as you possibly could. And LSU ran away from that team and bullied them in the second half. And LSU could do the same thing tonight because A&M is not a good football team. There's a reason that they're 4-7. They're not good. Their defensive front 7 is brutal. They give up more than 200 rushing yards a game. Their secondary is first in the SEC in passing yards allowed, but that's because teams don't pass on them because they don't have to. Offensively, they have not scored 30 points against a Power 5 team all year. They scored 20 last week against UMass. They're just not a good football team. Like, there's no reason in this game to be anxious. The path for A&M in a game like this tonight is what happened in Alabama. When A&M went there and had a shot into the end zone to win it, what people forget is Bryce Young didn't play in that game. Jalen Milroe started that game at quarterback for Alabama and fumbled 3 times. They gave A&M 3 short fields. That's how it ended up being a game. So, no, go to College Station, protect the football, make A&M's anemic offense drive the length of the field against you routinely. They can't do it, and you will win a runaway tonight. So, yes, I know some of y'all have anxiety about it just because that's how you're wired, but no, I'm as confident as this one as I was in the Ole Miss game. Jeremy Sagely, Corso took A&M to upset LSU as a superdog. That's not a good pick. Kelly Gross, Sam Dixon. Let's see. Mark McCarter, call the priest. Oh, we will have Father Rolello on next week for sure. Ryan Amanda Guidry, what's up? You think Mickey Joseph gets a head coaching job? I do not. Patrick McKenzie, Matt, did you see Florida State storm the field after beating Florida? I did. Great game. Howard Hernandez, morning Matt, especially great because I had Florida plus 10. Cash that ticket. Catherine Babineau, I'm late. Newborn problems, okay. But good morning. Hope the newborn problems are just normal problems like a blowout diaper or something like that, or, lack of sleep. But hope y'all are having a great day. Ben Giat, I think A&M does all those things because they're a little brother to Texas, so they try to have all the gimmicks. Ben, that's just been their thing forever, man. I mean, that's not new or anything, so that's just what they do. Will Benoit, if LSU beats Georgia, does Georgia get in as a top 4? Yes. Georgia beats Georgia Tech today. They're in either way. People forget, happened last year. Georgia lost the SEC championship game to Alabama, still got in. Richard Tilley Sr., good morning. Darren Gagnon, good morning. Prayers for Drew. Hope everything went well. Went very well. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, so all's good. The medicine he's on, the antibiotics he's on, is working very well. So we didn't even have to drain the boil yesterday, which thank God. Sean Gasser, doesn't A&M get some guys back from injury tonight? Yes. So A-Chain, their running back, and Evan Stewart, who's a freshman receiver, both missed last week and both should play tonight. Yes. What do you think about Freeze to Auburn? Great hire. Hugh Freeze is a great football coach. He'll win there. Marquise Robinson, in your opinion, what's our biggest potential need for next year? Corners? Absolutely. You're going to have to remake your secondary. I mean, keep in mind, just look at all the guys you're going to lose that are super seniors. Jarpinar Converse, super senior. Mekhi Gardner, super senior. Colby Richardson, super senior. Joe Fouché, he'll be gone as well, super senior. So, you're going to... Sevyn Banks will return, presumably, but how healthy is he? And then, the 2 guys that you had returning this year were ineligible, right? Demarius McGee and Radarius Jones neither played a snap this year. Then you signed a couple of guys in this class, and I love LaTerrence Welch. I think he's going to be a really good player. But Terrence Welch and I always forget the guy's name. Jordan Allen from Lafayette Christian. Anyway, what are showing highlights of this 0-2 national championship game with Ohio State and Miami. The show is a Maurice Claret package. I mean, Miami got hosed in that game. They definitely got hosed in that game. Claret was pretty special, man. All right. Smash that like button if you would. 195 watching. If you're new on YouTube, please subscribe up to the channel. Does Kiffin get $9 million a year at Ole Miss? I think so, Lewis. What a nasty morning, huh? Sorry, I lost my spot here. I'm trying to find it again. There we go. Spurge, thoughts on strength of schedule for the current college football playoff rankings versus LSU? I don't know what you mean. Thoughts on strength of schedule for the CFP rankings versus LSU? I mean, SC's strength of schedule coming in this week is 58, right? LSU's, I think, 15. I think the only team that doesn't really have a leg to stand on is Michigan, because they played such an awful lot. They played literally the weakest out of conference schedule of any team in the Power Five. So, that's the real that's the challenge for Michigan. If they lose today, I don't know that they have a path, right? Which is tricky. Good morning, Matt. Go Tigers. Smash that like button. Thank you, Jerry. Jacob Hibbard. Any word players being out with the flu this week? No, I think they're getting healthier. Dane, Matt, we need to hear the Calicut fight song. John Malasa. Morning, Matt. Hope Drew's doing well. Do you think LSU puts the game away early? I don't know that I'd say that, John. I mean, just because of the nature of how LSU's played this week largely, or this year, they'll get stronger as the game goes along. I do think it's a game where in the second half, LSU's running game is churning in the second half, and it runs over this team. So, might be close early. Emotional day for A&M. I think they'll have a good crowd. But, whenever you're not a good team and things start not going well, you tend to crumble. And I think that's what happens today. Close early, but LSU running the ball in the second half is I think will overwhelm Texas A&M. Jared Guillory, Matt, did you watch Texas A&M yell practice last night? I sent you the link. I did not. Jared Guillory, Matt, bring in the... Oh, yeah. All right, we'll bring him in. Eugene Sutherland, morning, Matt. Ashley Megan, good morning. Mark AP, good morning. Justin, do you think the Lane Kiffin talk the past few weeks affected his team? I do not. Landon Miller, living in Texas today is a huge day. Good day to beat the Aggies. Eugene Sutherland, Lou Holtz, loss of faculties confirmed. Oh, you're talking about Corso. Vaughn Bluesman, good morning. Ashley Megan, looking for A&M ticket right now. I'm not going to be able to resist going down there. Where do you live? So are you like in Houston or Dallas to make the drive? Because if you're in Louisiana trying to make that drive, I guess you got time. So what's College Station from Baton Rouge? 6 hours? 6 hours, roughly? Yeah, you can make it. Have you heard anything on Desmond Ricks? Yeah, I mean, but look. Everybody that recruits a guy feels like they're in a good space with the guy, right? Everyone, they like where they are with him, that sort of thing. So, I mean, until a guy makes a decision, you'll see. Todd Harris, do you arrange your bottles by quality or particular? Yeah, so you go top shelf and on down. But the weird thing about this, so like, if you're looking like up at the top, you'll see, I mean, I've got like my Van Winkles up there, birthday bourbon, the Four Roses, LEs. That's Michter's 10 Rye. So like the really rare bottles at the top, and then kind of that's all the Weller verticals, Old Fitzgerald, some of the mash bill 2s, Bland's, Rocco Farms, Elmer Tilly, Hancock. But then you get to this shelf, and like a lot of that stuff would be top shelf for a lot of people, quite honestly. And even down here, like Midwinter Night Stram, I got E.H. Taylor over there. I got the barrel proof, the small batch, and the single barrel Eagle Rare. I mean, Smoke Wagon, Calumet 15. I mean, there's a rare Bardstown bottle. I mean, I've got too much. Well, I don't know if I should say too much, but I have a lot. I'll put it that way. Okay. All right, let me see if I can get Drew in here to come sing. Hang on. All right. Be right back. Drew. Hey. Drew. What's that dad show? Can you dress? You can watch LSU play. You can go see Mimi and Papa tonight? Okay. What's tomorrow? Sunday. Okay, you want to sit on Daddy's lap to come say hi?
Not for fashion.
Okay, come see. I'll get my hands on you. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Wait. Do you want to say hi to Dad show?
hi, Dad. Show.
Okay. Say hi to Dad show. Wait, where are we? There you are. Oh, there you are. You say hi, Dad show?
Hi, Dad.
Oh, that was so sweet. Can you tell everybody good morning?
Good morning.
Did you say happy Thanksgiving?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Very good. Okay, now today's Saturday. So who plays football on Saturday?
Coward.
Who plays football on Saturday?
Tiger.
Tigers. Okay, we gonna sing our song? You ready?
Hey, fine tigers, fight all the way. Hey, fine tigers, today. You don't know how you're to fight. About the walls, match through the one. Got doors on up.
The score.
Make my the tigers numbing up more.
Roar.
Give it up another fight and I get the going me. Victory for us.
T.
I-G-E-O-R tiger.
Yay. You sped it up on me. Okay. Go Tigers. Good job, bud. Good job. Okay, and he's gone. Oh, we got droopy diaper too. Oh, Lord. Daddy gonna have fun changing that one. Brr. All right. There you go. The obligatory Drew Hay fighting Tigers. Gig 'em hunt whoop. Whoop! I want to pull it up so bad. Y'all gotta go see. If you've not yet seen it, you gotta go watch the hunt video. It's incredible. Wait, hang on.
I do have to talk about something. Tomorrow, the Aggies are gonna beat the ever-living, ever-loving, hell out of LS poo-poo. Wait, isn't it the class of 2023 hell out of LSU? And that's what we're gonna do, Matt, because that's what we did to Auburn. And Ole Miss, and Alabama, and South Carolina. Oh no, we didn't. We lost all those games.
Excuse me, Hunt the good egg. And you lost all those games. You lost 6 in a row.
No.
I mean, you left the team.
Oh no!
You left a team that's playing for the SEC championship in a week to join a team that's 4-7.
What? We you know what we do on Fridays? We don't go to the bar like normal. we get in the stadium and scream like this, and then we get our butts kicked the next day, and it's fun. Old Rock.
Did you have to make it down to the Dixie Chicken?
Yeah. And I had my Aggie ring on, and I wouldn't take it off. You amputated my arm.
Well, I thought you were supposed to put the ring in a you're supposed to put the ring in a big way. You're swaying.
Saw the varsity's horns up.
Oh man, you know you're supposed to put the ring. I need it again. You're waiting, yeah, because you should have had it ready. Okay, you're supposed to put the ring.
Oh my God. Why was that so funny? Oh God. Every time I watch it, it's like watching it again for the first time. I laugh just as much every time I watch it. It's like watching Christmas Vacation or Old School or something. It's never
In a pitcher of beer. Nah, drink the pitcher of beer. Isn't that what you done before?
34. John David Crow was
Yep,
good
that's
too.
it.
That's the way.
Pat Henry's one. What did you like about College Station?
All the
What is
Did
that?
you go to the Dixie Chicken and drink your beer?
yes.
Okay.
It was great. College Station's awesome.
What else did you like about College Station?
All the championships.
The championships that Pat Henry's won.
No, 1920 something we won. 34. John David Crow was
Yep,
good too.
That was it. Yeah.
Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football.
Did you happen to meet?
Do you remember when Johnny Football won the West and went to Atlanta?
Didn't happen.
Dang it.
Didn't
Oh, they played Duke in Atlanta, not the SEC championship game. Sorry.
That's right. That is what happened.
He's sweating.
You gotta be watching
He's
this.
sweating in
You
the
know what?
Dig 'em.
That's way better than I never thought it would have been. Oh, man. Hey, old Hunt the Good Ag. We got a score prediction for tomorrow?
Aggie 550.
Aggies 550.
550.
That is,
Oh my God, that was so good. Oh man. Oh, it's over 73,000 views on Twitter alone. Oh my God, that is so freaking good. Okay. Oh, good job, Trivia. Thank you for deleting the spammers. Thanks, Matt. I need this great laugh this morning. Von Bluesman, you got to go watch it, though, man. It's 100 times better if you watch it. Oh, man. Okay, I think we're just about done. Y'all have an awesome day. Go Tigers. It's going to be, oh, man. I think we're going to have a stress-free evening. LSU takes care of business in College Station. And get ready to go to Atlanta next week, 10-2, and have a chance to upset the #1 team in the country. Fun times, man. Okay, YouTube, smash that like button if you would. Please subscribe up to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Facebook, please like the Matt Moscona page. Share the post. As always, shout out to Brock. Remember, After Hours Clinic is open nights and weekends. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Hudco's pinned in the chat, both YouTube and Facebook. Click that link, fill out the form. Love to give you a free, no obligation roofing inspection. And Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com. If you have pain, go to Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com. David Hawes, hey, look, just go. You're on my Facebook page already. Just look on my Facebook page. I posted the video on the Facebook page. So if you're looking for the hunt video. All right, y'all have an awesome day. Peace.